Welcome to Physics Power channel. Now I am going to explain about orbital velocity. 1. See this diagram. So in this diagram you can observe Earth. Around the Earth one satellite is revolving continuously. For example, any particle or satellite has to revolve around the Earth. For that it should have the minimum velocity. So that velocity is orbital velocity. So that one definition in another way, if you see, velocity of satellite moving in orbit is called orbital velocity. So any particle or body to move around a particular orbit. So in a particular orbit it has to revolve. For that it should maintain a velocity. That velocity is orbital velocity. Now what factors affecting the orbital velocity? So for that purpose consider one case. For example, if you observe the diagram, so in the diagram E indicates the Earth. Let capital M is the mass of the Earth and capital R is the radius of the Earth. Around the Earth, for example, M mass one satellite is revolving from a particular height h from the surface of the Earth. So here small h is the height from the surface of the Earth to the satellite. So the total distance from the center of the Earth to the satellite, that is r plus h. So that we can call as that orbit radius or radius of the satellite, which is equals to r plus h. So now according to the topic, it has to revolve continuously in the same orbit. So for that it should have the velocity, that is orbital velocity. So to revolve continuously in the same path, it should not deviate. So continuously the satellite should be in equilibrium of forces. So here some forces are acting on the satellite. It is revolving continuously. So due to the rotation, the satellite will experiences outward force. Just a minute. So due to the rotation of the satellite away from the center of the Earth, the force will act, that is called centrifugal force. At the same time, due to heavy mass of the Earth, that Earth can hold the satellite with its attractive force. So gravitational attractive force is there, that is centripetal force. So toward the center any force is acting, that is a centripetal force. Any force acting from a particular point to away from the point, that is centrifugal force. So here due to the circular motion or due to the rotation of the satellite, it is having centrifugal force, as well as due to gravitational attractive force of the Earth, it is having centripetal force. So here if both are equal, then it can rotate in the same orbit. So for that let us go for analysis. Centrifugal force and centripetal force. So here if you write the expression for centrifugal force, so here centrifugal force, outward force due to the velocity of the satellite. So that force depends upon the velocity, so that the expression is mv square by r. Actually this derivation is there in 4th lesson of our syllabus. Now we are discussing about gravitation, so that is why I am taking the direct expression. But in mechanics, generally in mechanics, for this expression there is a derivation. In simple manner I will tell you, force nothing but mass into acceleration. So here m is the mass, you can see, and as well as remaining part a. Here v square by r, any particle rotating in a circular motion with a uniform velocity v, then that centripetal acceleration is v square by r. Okay, so here instead of v, we are discussing it is as a orbital velocity. So to indicate in particularly as a orbital velocity instead of v, so we are using v naught. So then instead of mv square, mv naught square by, here small r is the radius. So here radius we already discussed, that is r plus h. So that is why centrifugal force is mv naught square by r plus h. Next, due to gravitational attractive force, that is centripetal force, that one due to gravitational attractive force, that is Newton's law. So according to Newton's law, that attractive force is the product of masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance. That attractive force proportional to product of the mass. So that is why m, capital M, small m, by denominator inversely proportional to square of the distance. Here distance is r plus h whole square. So that is why centripetal force we can write like this. So here once again, according to our concept orbital velocity, that particle should have a velocity to rotate continuously. So without deviation it should move. So for that, how many forces are acting, that should be get cancelled. Means here these two forces should be equal. So to get a particular expression, so we can equate both. So centrifugal force is equals to centripetal force. Now if you equate the both, mv naught square by r plus h equals to gmm by r plus h whole square. So now here in this expression, small m, mass of the satellite, both sides get cancelled, and left side denominator r plus h and square get cancelled. So if you get cancelled the both, left side only v naught square will be there and the right side gm by r plus h. So that expression is v naught square equals to gm by r plus h. So finally the orbital velocity we can write like this: v naught equals to the square, if you send right side, square root of gm by r plus h. So finally we can conclude in this one major point, that is orbital velocity independent of mass of the satellite. So what it may be the mass of the body or satellite, it will revolve with a particular velocity. That velocity is independent of mass of that satellite. So it depends upon only mass of the earth or mass of the planet and as well as distance. Now special case. Here the height we considered, that is very small. For suppose h is very small as compared with the radius of the earth, then we can neglect h also. Then the expression will be v naught equals to square root of gm by only r. So this is the special case. H is very small. If you neglect, then this is the expression. Now this expression we can write in another way. That is, for example, in the root, if you multiply gm with capital R and as well as denominator also if you multiply with capital R, then numerator, denominator in the root you multiplied with capital R, so nothing will happen. So resultant expression will be same, but that one you can write as square root of gm by r square into capital R. So here gm by r square nothing but g, already you learned in a lower topic. So that is acceleration due to gravity. So that is g equals to gm by r square. So if you substitute instead of that one small g, then orbital velocity equals to square root of gr. So this is another expression. Now further we can analyze with one more topic, that is escape velocity. So according to escape velocity means the minimum velocity required for a particular body to escape from the gravitational force of a planet, for example for the earth. So that is 11.2 kilometer per second. So that minimum required. So that expression escape velocity equals to square root of 2gr. That is before topic we are discussing orbital velocity. So that is why I am writing, we know that. So ve equals to square root of 2gr. So this one you can also mention like this, root 2 into root gr. Then just now we derived root gr nothing but v naught orbital velocity. So with this escape velocity is greater than orbital velocity, and as well as if the particle is revolving very near to the earth surface, then that orbital velocity of any satellite or particle revolving around the earth with very less distance, then that orbital velocity is only just 8 km per second. So, any particular satellite revolving very near to the earth's surface, then its orbital velocity is 8 km per second only. So, thank you.